out. Yeah, this thing's weird. Sometimes I can get the link, sometimes I can't. At least I remembered it this time. Usually I forget. Just takes a second. I guess I can turn this off while I'm doing it. I'll be right back. Okay. I guess you can use one of the social media, the guns that shoots it off to everywhere, but yeah, just I guess I could. It only takes a second. Alright, greetings. So something a little bit different. So this is coming from the X-Men, the days futures past, but we'll kind of backtrack a little bit. Well, first off, Professor X, at least the younger version, because Wolverine goes back in time. To like Mystique is, I don't know, if she got assassinated so much, she shouldn't be assassinating. I'm not sure where I'm going with all this, but anyway, and Professor X is kind of beaten down because the relationship with her just kind of lost that connection. So he's just feel it's broken because of it. Because she kind of went rogue, basically. And where I'm going with all this, the Sentinels, I've actually connected to those. Now, what they look like is up for debate. This is a long time ago. It's like a long time ago. But so in this, they have the ability to connect to your powers and to mimic them, and then to kill whoever. So if you go into a battle with them, they can take on your abilities and then wipe you out. That doesn't seem to be all. I mean, they kind of do that here already. So. But the Sentinels themselves, it's happened a long time. I don't know how I connected to them. It was out of curiosity. I forget the whole story, but I did have interference, meaning like a dragon came in to kick the guy, kick them out of my energy field. So I'm going with this, like the Sentinels are like these robotic beings or Archon beings, and we had beings like that come to a world like this, like in their, the primitive times or ancient times, and just open portals to the lower frequencies. So it's like, when they want something, they come, they get it. So it's now, why are they allowed to do that? Well, they didn't wipe out the world; they just manipulated it. So. It feels like they got through the Earth's safeguards, so they were kind of, in some ways, welcome to. It definitely came from another universe, and just and they definitely are here. At some what level is not clear. They are definitely connected to shapeshifters for sure. Anyway, yeah, it's weird. It's but that's something I would hear about. And I think that even the name Sentinel is very accurate. Of course, there's probably other names to them also. Like the Anunnaki I get from them, like early Anunnaki, or have some similarities to them, at least the ones that are here to cause trouble. So, yeah, just another. Well, it's like you wonder why the lower dimensions are kept open as long as they are. It's like, why does this world feel like it has no progress whatsoever? I would say entities like that are playing a big role in it. They just make it almost impossible for this world to, move forward. I mean, it is moving forward, but to find more of its paradise, guess you can find that within yourself. But as for Planet Chaos continues, because they do feed off of chaos for sure. They teach us here to teach us a lesson. I mean, it is kind of like their playground to some level, but I mean, this is how you get higher learning. There's a lot of shapeshifter energy with that, so that one I haven't really run into a whole lot. Of course, you have people that since like some people switch out, like they're reptilian, and you can see them switch from reptilian to human. I haven't really seen a whole lot of that. No, the soul swapping thing. I've seen more of that than the reptilian stuff. Obviously, you can feel the reptilian vibes for sure, but as for them like changing into one, I don't think I haven't really seen it's that. They haven't been irritated enough for that, or for whatever reason. So, if that helps at all. Jeez. And why bring up the Sentinels? Because it's, not something that you need to tap into very much. Because they can probably mess things up a lot. Your own energy field. This is avatar.com. We have 5 sessions. I'll show it in a second. Scheduler. We have a shop here. And then you have Sentinels, X-Men. Of course, there's different depictions of them. This is more the cartoon version. I would say this is more like downplaying them. This is more in the movie. This is probably more accurate. But then again, they don't necessarily have to have a lot of characteristics or anything like that. But I feel like there's a lot different than those. So, just, of course it's for kids, that's why they have to have them like that. But it is telling you about the astral realms and all that for sure, but even how our world is. If they have a story like this in the comics, it shows that they're definitely here. And the people that went through all this are here. Yeah, it's definitely kind of like a paradox reality, So, it's definitely from a version of Earth you can see that we are reaching into to some level for it to be brought up here. So, yeah, these guys you don't want to mess with too much. I mean, it's worth checking out a little bit, but just watch yourself. They probably won't do anything. I don't remember how I tapped into it. I think that that was quite some time ago. So anyway, I just wonder why. Planet Chaos and everything seems to be our theme here. Of course, then you have the spiritual gurus that are always spiritual teachers that, I don't know, they're checked out, like they live in some other reality. Like a lot of people are going through a lot of suffering, or some of these teachers are just so checked out, they just say whatever, some guru nonsense basically. So they want you to lower their frequency in their paradise. That's basically what it is. Like, it's almost like bug repellent. Don't cross that line. I'm breathing in my own ass. Yeah. So, there are more peaceful worlds out there, that's for sure. Now, is this a college planet? I don't know. It depends on how you look at it. It's a game changer planet. It's just, obviously you can change the direction of your life or your incarnate, your soul journey coming here. It's like you look in, many do come here just to, like, what do you do it yourself, right? You might be in the astral higher being. I mean, some of them are like that. It's just like, I don't know what to do with myself. So you come here and maybe get locked here for like another 10,000 years or whatever it might be. Well, it depends. If you can get yourself out of here. Yeah, also Professor X frequency. I can tap into his energy field. Yeah, it just yeah, some of us might have connections always to a version of that, or whatever it might be. Yeah, powerful telepath, but also, I mean, you can go into the minds of others. That can yeah, have its positives, but also not so much. You kind of go crazy to some level too. So. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, so Sentinel energies. Basically, I'm tapping into that. Just like I see the political energies are all kind of, you know, mixed matched and everything. So, yeah, nothing ever really configures right. Right. I mean, you are trying to, configure yourself to somewhat. I don't know. There's like a disconnect from society trying to connect to whatever, trying to find some peace, at least individually, but also worldwide. Like worldwide, the world is trying to find some peace. I would think that is, some kind of balance. It's not balance. It's definitely more darkness here. Just that's the Archon energy. Not just it's more Archon than it is Reptilian. Reptilians are Archon. Of course, Archon is also connected to the lower dimensions too, and that's where that Sentinel stuff is there too. Like if we connect to the devil, it's like a shape shifting devil too. Just a know-it-all, bastard you can say. It just feels like it's more. Well, it likes to be challenged. Let's put it that way. So we're here to challenge it also technically, and worry about ourselves at the same time. It's kind of like a battle, a spiritual battle. So so and you can say the higher dimensions did see it coming, and then humanity here just did not want to leave just this, like, shut it off instead of just explore it. I mean, the world could have just been devoured or whatever it might have been. Or, I mean, all of this can be cleared out probably instantly, but it's like, instead it's like, no, let them figure it out. It's like, once you're in here, especially in here this long, does it mean this world will find its way out? I'm not sure about that. Maybe. We're not seeing a lot of progress there, unless you're into the long game. Like, the long game. There's just no outlet to free. Well, you never know. You never know. Who knows? Yeah, who knows? That might be delusion there. Well, there are always timelines. Well, there's other versions of Earth that do find, connect more to the universe and all that. In this world, it's not asking for it. Of course, some are. Of course, they're also seeing it's crazy at the same time. So, and that's always been going on throughout history. So, same way. The internet is an insane asylum. Okay, we're going to Professor X's frequency for a short time. And it feels like, I say short because I just feel a lot of pain there. Jeez. And so I'm not gonna catch the sentinel energy. I just get a different perspective of it. So, all right, blessings. Here we go. Greece is Professor X consciousness. Well, I think said that there's a lot of things out there that can have, not to say what people want to hear, not to say our world is a lost cause, not a lost cause, no, not at all. It's you can say it found the lower dimensions, and just to more recognize it, to learn from it, and obviously, so when this, the spirit beings, the souls that are here fully, you can say, understand the lower dimensions. It doesn't mean you have to know everything, but have a mutual understanding. This universe is kind of like it solves its problem. At least this world is because this world just brings an understanding of the lower realms, to put it that way. If you want to know about the lower realms, you can come to this world. You don't have to go into hell, you can come here. Because you're doing the physical realm. So it's just you're getting a different perspective how the lower dimensions work, how they go. It's like, this is kind of like Alcatraz of the universe. Not to say you're trapped here, but it's like you're visiting. Think of it that way. So is this world a prison? It depends. Yes and no. It all depends on how you look at it. I mean, there are flowers and trees here, but this is technically Alcatraz. So Alcatraz is more of the, the worst of the worst here, right? So, and they can't escape, as some of you have probably felt. Not all of it's going to reveal itself. There is obviously a lot of secrets here, and that's part of its mystery. It's just going to always have mystery here in the physical. It's just, that's what the physical is all about. And you see the higher realm, the non-physical realms, there's mystery there too. It's just not like it is here. You can find out quicker there. It doesn't mean you know everything, but here, this world it pulls in souls. And some of you wonder how you got here. Well, it's pulling you in. It wants to learn from you also. It's not just here just to suck your soul out. It's here to constantly learn. It's kind of like a machine. Kind of. It's a soul-sucking machine, but it can also be a very kind machine too. Or entity, soul entity. It does show itself as a machine. We don't have to look at it as an AI being though, because it is a consciousness. It just operates like a machine. Let's put it that way. It's always working. Like, how many of you feel like, do I ever get a day off from all this? Even if you go on vacation, it's like, was that really a vacation? So it's hard to get a vacation. It's not like you can leave, to another planet. They're not going to give you that. And that's where the Alcatraz energy comes in. It's like, just not going to make it easy. No, because, it's like, you walk into the haunted mansion, the door's closed. It's like, what? You won't learn anything. You just leave instantly. You have to stay here for a long time. Because it can get better. But of course, it does have its worst. Because even the planet itself shouts and screams and goes through all its temper tantrums too. But it's testing you. And you're also testing it too. And I didn't realize, well, some of you do. It's not all of you, some of you do. Some of you trigger the planet too. So when we talk about the planetary consciousness, it has a big ego. Let's put it that way. When I talk about Mother Earth, we're just talking about the entities that are here, the ones that feel like this is their home, and technically it is and it isn't. It's one of their homes. Let's put it that way. And it's just going to stay here as long as it feels it needs to learn from you also, and just it's having too much fun too. That's the other thing. So for my incarnations, yes, to see into the mind, you can get lost in someone else's mind too, as some of you realize that. You can get lost into agendas. And that's the difficult part about this world. So, like, you have these conspiracy theories that are panicky and sometimes arrogant, and they're projecting their reality onto everyone. And some people are like, they're sitting around like, what do I do with myself? What do I do with myself? And then they see that, it's like, well, that's fascinating. The elites and karma and crazy, it's kind of like another religion. Technically it is. So paranoia though, a religion of paranoia. And it's just some feel better being on a panic level, like just always worrying, panic. And that can also be a vampire frequency too, because like, why do they survive this long? Always panicking, always worrying, and is it they vampire their audience? So, and it's entertaining too at the same time. It's another form of learning. Of, okay, I was psychotic and panicking about nothing, and they can't seem to learn from that. They keep doing it over and over and over. But that just shows, it's just the addiction to paranoia. You can be addicted to your vices, not just alcoholism, but also your own weaknesses and anxieties. So, so incarnate, yeah, it's it's technically complicated when you think about it, because you can't see anxiety really. I mean, you can see it within a person, but you can't it's not like a big building sitting there in front of a person. I mean, you can see some connections, but sometimes they're good at hiding it. And they might have anxiety, but they have to paranoia might be normal, but a lot of it's anxiety, fear of the future, fear of everything, poverty, and so on. So they feel like it's kind of like magic too when they're constantly being paranoid. It's kind of create that golden ticket. It's like they already signed up for paranoia, so they kind of like they have to live with it now because it is delivering manifestations, maybe not. But you can also put you in a box too, like you can't get out of that. You can't find peace unless you die. Even there, it doesn't mean they'll find peace because they just look for more chaos here. Yeah, they just live off of it. So, and this planet is this is like the capital of chaos, you can say, in the universe. But why you're here is to learn from it. Just it's technically like an animal. The entities that are here, it's animalistic, and as you get darker, it gets darker, and as you get lighter, it gets darker. Sometimes it does eventually push away, but it feels like it's not working anymore. So, as for sentinel beings they're attracted to. Well, they're like teachers to keep the portals open for the lower frequencies, so humans are ready to leave that experience. And many are, but not everyone in the universe is done with this place. Yeah, you might be finished with it, but others can't get enough of it. So you see, you're also paving the way for the future for those to awaken at some point. Well, it's like this: go here if you want to break free. Go to that person if you want to break free. If you want to stay lost, go to that person. That's happening now, actually. Hey, if you want to break out of this, talk to that guy. If you don't, talk to those, I think you have an understanding of that.